Hello, friends. This is Jay Hendricks with Powerful Thought Daily. Today, I wanted to talk about divinity and what divinity actually is. If you take divine, the word, and you take the roots of it, div and ein. Div means to separate. So we get divide, division. An individual is something that's indivisible. So yeah, div, divorce, separation. Ein, that root is used in the elements like bromine, chlorine, all these other elements. And ine, ein, is the root that means the nature of. It means a few other things, but essentially it's the nature of. So divinity or divine means the nature of separation. It's very interesting because if we are indeed separated from God and we are learning to become independent individuals with free wills of our own, where does that leave us? And I think that's where the importance of revelation comes in. Revelation, how I understand it, would be picture now that you're separated, you now have to rely only on your own power, your own potential, your own divinity. And that power unfolds across time, and it's always unfolding. That's what our lives are. Our lives are representations of this energy, this potential that's releasing. And revelation is, you could say, that energy unfolding, and then as we interpret it, we can distill it into words or thoughts or feelings or direction, interest, objects, something catches your attention, situations can form, and revelation is the well of energy that's slowly unfolding. And that's very important because it teaches us that we have within ourselves unlimited potential and the exact guidebook and map to what we need to do. We just have to become conscious enough, step by step, to realize that. So, meditation is very key to this because it stills the mind to the point where the mind becomes sensitive to the more subtle vibrations of the soul, which is even deeper than the mind. And this soul, this divinity, is welling up, and as you still your mind, it's able to contact and you're able to register subtler vibrations. If you get really proficient at meditation, you can break into revelation, inspiration, and that is, people have called it the plan of God. It's the thing that's unfolding. It's the purpose that you have in your life, the part that you play to contribute to the overall plan, which we don't quite understand what the whole underlying plan is, but we can contribute to it, and we can also have a personal purpose within that overarching plan. So then, as we meditate, as we go deeper, as we register the soul vibrations, the subtler vibrations that we're seeking to contact, that is interpreted by us, hopefully correctly, and then made into plans, practical plans to carry out in everyday life. Now, that might not be, you might not get a revelation that says, do this, do this, do this, do this. It doesn't really work like that. It's more, as you pay attention and as your mindfulness advances, you become aware of every moment you're living, every situation that you're in has a key to what is needed to further the plan. And living life like this at first can be daunting or overwhelming, but as you practice it, you can begin to meditate all the time in any state that you're in. Because you start to see that meditation is simply opening up the channel wider and wider and wider for more subtle and powerful divine energy to flow in, and then that's when things happen in the world, and that's when you're called to things and you act on them, despite if you know the purpose of it or not. You get to feel that middle path, that point between all the opposites, so that non-dual point of perception where you're able to mediate between everything that happens. Now, that doesn't mean we go off and we start changing our environment physically everywhere we see a need. It can be that, but it's mostly changing how our minds are reacting to everything around us. So if you're in line at the store and someone in front of you is being super slow or really loud or something is bothering you about them, you can subtly, as you're aware of it, you can see the things in your mind that are objecting to what is being presented and how that's affecting your emotions. So you can go to the source of that. You can see what is being disturbed in your mind and calm that down. And that calming down thing is a particular vibration that you find in deep meditation. It's literally a pulse that's in everything. And once you're aware of it, you can kind of use it to calm anything. You can calm anything from your thoughts to your emotions to even when your will and the channel and the potential grows enough, you can calm dis-ease in your body. And, Jesus in the Bible healed people, or at least he inspired people to heal themselves. And I think when you have that much power and that much potential, you're able to calm any energies around you and still them, to ease them, not to dis-ease them, disease. So as you get aware of that subtle vibration and you're calming everything, your mind becomes more still as parts of it are calmed down. What you're really doing is you're governing your kingdom, your body, your mind, your emotions, and beyond as you begin to become aware of them. And then that calm state that they get into is that equilibrium, that balance. And once they're completely still, then they drop beneath consciousness. Now, none of us are perfect, so we're constantly stilling things and then reverberating them. Maybe we calm ourselves, or we identify some thoughts that are going wrong and we untangle them, and then we go off and get distracted with something like drinking or being in company with someone who's negative or something, and it can start the vibrations up again. And so you can get to the point where you're meditating all the time and you're able to point that Christ vibration to calm anything. And that Christ vibration is the soul. And that's why Jesus is called Jesus Christ, is because Jesus is his lower self, his personality, and Christ is the higher self and the soul. And we're seeking to unlock that divinity in us as well. And then that that stillness, that healing energy, that heals the thoughts first, and then that heals the emotions, and then that eventually goes out into the environment. Um, it starts as you work in your life, as you do things, as you serve others. That starts to calm the environment around you, and you'll find that as you increase in this work, that you're taken to varying environments where there's new opportunities to do that, because you'll be in an environment that completely, like, you think you've mastered the environment you're in, and you're like, I think I've got this. Then you go into a new environment with new people, and you realize there's some blind spots and weaknesses still in my mind that I need to smooth out as well. So this is all part of aligning and synthesizing the kingdom of God around us. It starts here and it goes outward, and slowly you gain more perception, more truth. You see more truth in things. You do not react to it as much. You allow the spontaneous flow of healing energy. I mean, that's a woo-woo term, but it's literally just stilling dis-ease. If you can think about it, like if you were to pluck a guitar string and it's vibrating, this vibration, the Christ vibration, if it were applied to that string, it would completely still it. And that ties back in with all kinds of things: magnetism, gravity. All these things are but stillness, and everything is trying to be more still, and it naturally forms around this core. So the core of the earth is more still than the outside of it, and so on. Everything gravitates towards stillness. So black holes are very, very still inside. So these are what, these are ideas that are out there. Hopefully they're coherent. That's why I see meditation is so important, and why what Christ and many other teachers in the East, Buddha, all around the world, all the Hindu greats, every religion has had their, the ones that everyone looks up to, because they were teaching a part or parts of what this all is. And it's bringing together all the knowledge of the world and synthesizing it together where we get the full picture. So it's not one religion, it's not one belief system that is going to be right. We have to have the attitude that we're going to receive all the good from everything and combine it into one. So synthesis, this is what synthesis is, synthesizing. And this is a cool exercise. So synthesis is, if you see two things, that's a duality. To synthesize those two things, you have to ask yourself, what is neither this nor this, but includes both of them? What is neither this nor this, but includes both of them? So you can think, let's go as abstract as we can. What is neither good nor evil, but includes both of them? What would that be? Well, that would be the individual. The individual has unlimited potential to be good or evil. Thus, the individual includes good and evil and transcends both of them. The individual is the synthesis of good and evil. Now you think, okay, so the individual is the final great thing. Well, what includes my mom and me, what is neither me nor my mom, but includes both of us? Well, that would be our family. So the family transcends the individual, but includes all individuals. You can see this at any level. So cells include atoms, yet transcend them. Organs include cells, yet transcend them. So, and then you can go even further. Families. What is neither this family nor that family, but includes both of them? That would be the community. That would be a church. That would be anything. Anything that involves community. Group, social club, something, whatever. And then that keeps going. So then what includes the community, this community, and this community? So what is neither this community nor this community, yet includes both of them? And that would be the state, or that would be the nation, and then the world. And then it goes even further than that. What includes this world and that, or what is neither this world nor that world, but includes that? And so that's the progression we're going for. In this collective mindset, and that word collective doesn't have a good connotation to it, because I think it has been twisted by people who know these things that I'm talking about, but are actively trying to discredit it. It's a pretty dark thing if you start researching it. That a lot of people, I mean, that can get into conspiracy theories and everything. And I think that's why a lot of people seeking enlightenment kind of get interested in conspiracy theories sometimes. Anyway, so this collective, we're just trying to unify together in a unity of governance, not a unity of government like a new world order or anything, but govern ourselves, govern our houses alongside that house, and we can be neighbors and yet still retain our families. We still retain our borders of ourself, of our family, of our community, of our nation, but we're neighborly to other people. Love thy neighbor as thyself. So the great work is to unfold this Christ energy, which is, it's a healing energy. And at its most coarse, it can manifest as miracles, healing the sick. But at its more subtle levels, it can heal and still ideas and synthesize them into greater ideas, and then we can create a better world off those greater ideas. Anyway, that's all for today. This is Powerful Thought Daily. I'm Jay Hendricks. Thanks for listening. Goodbye.